Hey, hello. You're stuck in traffic with Wolf Gorlick. Couple-minute riff on IT and IT security. In travel mode, as you might have guessed. I'm thinking about the whole airplane, right? You know, you're sitting there, you're waiting. Listen to podcasts probably. And they go through that spiel. The oxygen masks deploy. Please secure your own oxygen mask before helping others. Always great advice, right? Make sure you're getting your own needs met before you're reaching out and taking care of other folks. But there's also many times where getting your own needs met includes helping other folks. And as a matter of fact, the only way to get your own needs met is by collaborating with others. And when you're in a security leadership role, 99% of it's collaboration, right? It is almost all people work. And so I was thinking about different ways that I've seen security leaders be very effective, both personally and with other folks that I've talked to, in building collaboration and getting the action they need to get their jobs done. And I want to talk about one of those ways today, and that is being the single source of truth. The single source of truth. Kind of like the way that sounds. If only I had like the Earl Jones voice. You know, I got to blow this up enough that I can get Earl Jones to narrate. The single. Anyways, so here's how that works. Bear in mind, I've talked about the home field advantage that security leaders have, right? And in-house IT folks have. You have that home advantage. That means if you're doing it right, you've got insight into how your business works, not just how the technology works, the nuts and bolts, but also the people and the process and the workflow and the politics. How do you then turn that to your advantage? Because outside of perhaps the CIO, the CISO is one of the few folks who has insight and cares about every single aspect of the technology plant, right? You look at most large organizations, there's a networking team, they really only care about the networking. There's a Windows team, and the minute it leaves the Windows server and gets on the network, you got to talk to the networking team. And God forbid it's on a desktop, you better involve the help desk. And each one of these teams becomes very siloed. Also, in terms of like operational business units, they've got their business process they're trying to achieve, but they might not have insight into what other business processes are doing, or other business units are doing rather, what technology is deployed. They may be doing something very similar to what another business unit did 6 months, 12 months, 18 months ago, and have no clue because they have no line of communication to those things. So, ways to get your oxygen and help yourself first before helping others. Number one, and only one today. The trick is simple. Know your organization very well. Play the home field advantage very, very well. Be the boundary spanner, right? Span the boundaries, know the nuts and bolts, and be able to connect the dots so that when people want to get anything done, you can share that information. Oh, you're doing this? Well, did you know that they did that? Oh, you're having this problem on the network. Did you know that this problem happened before, or this problem may have something to do with this new piece of server infrastructure that came online? Be that single source of truth. Be the person that people come to for those information nuggets that allows them to accelerate their jobs. And as they're coming to you to accelerate their jobs, that gives you an opportunity for reciprocation. They come to you and give you information. This furthers your ability to, span the boundaries, but it also gives you incredible insight into what's coming, right? Oh, you're deploying that? Why? Oh, there's a new business offering coming online. Oh, there's a new application coming down the pipe. Oh, has security reviewed that? This gives you the equivalent of the medieval castle where you've got a long sight, right, to the tree line. If you guys remember Macbeth, right? You'll be okay until the trees come to the castle. And he thought he was safe, but then the trees came to the castle. Why were there no trees in front of the castle? Because that area is the line of sight that allows the defenders to have time to respond. And that area, that line of sight, grows the more you've got people in your organization giving you insight and giving you information before the product comes down the pipe. So, something to do today, start gathering information, start a notebook, start looking at the source of information you have and finding ways that it can be useful to the people you collaborate with, and start building those relationships. Single source of truth gives CISOs a lot of power and really helps the organization accelerate. Cheers.